Hello and welcome to Triumph. My name is Okello Sharon Nagenjwa. And as usual, this is where we tell the stories of women who have overcome adversities, how they started, what they've gone through, and how they have overcome it. And this week's episode is a different genre. Guess what? How do you start your business? What led you to start your business? What inspired you? Now, they always say, you get a problem, solve it, and that is the business idea right there. This week's episode will guide us through every step of starting a business. On this week's episode, we bring to you the CEO of Kampala Kids Club and Little Miss Universe. Now, Aunty Fifi derived her business idea and plan from her passion for children and, of course, her eagerness to solve a problem in Uganda. Confidence of children, the ability for the children to show their talents, and of course, to have children be able to express themselves. This is her story. Listen and learn. So hi, Aunty Fifi.
Hi, Sharon.
My God, you and babies and parents, like your business is dealing everywhere.
Yes.
But first, let's have an introduction about who you are.
I'm Aunty Fifi for the children, and adults can call me Nadinya Fiona.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the CEO Little Miss Universe Uganda and co-founder Kampala Kids Club, and now we have Little Miss Wildlife. Actually, we venture into children.
Yes.
Yeah, and promoting their talent, building their confidence and character.
Yes.
Because you know, when you don't do it right now, that is what follows you in the future. Some of us are not confident enough, however much you went to school.
The way I see it, your businesses have been from one step to another.
Yes.
Because I think the wildlife just started now.
Yes.
Tell us about your journey. How did all this start?
Oh my God, like any business journey, actually mine was not easy at all. Because it was, you have to convince the parent, then you convince the child as well. So it all started, you know, I went for further studies abroad and I found this beautiful thing, but we didn't have it in Uganda. So it was not a culture. So, and when I was young, I loved modeling, but my parents were like, no, modeling is for prostitutes and all that. So when I came back, actually, I looked for jobs. Yeah, I tried looking for jobs until I was like, no, let me start something that I love, something that is my passion. I love children and I loved fashion and modeling as well. So with the exposure I got, I decided to start here, but trust me, it was not a walk in a park.
I can tell.
Yeah. So what I did, I partnered with someone, but now I had the kids part. So I started with 3 children for 2 years.
For 3 years?
2 years,
Okay.
yes. Because every parent who could go to would be like, those things cannot work out. No parent would be like that. To an extent that even my mom was like, Fifi, you can't do this. Because no parent wants that. Because they used, actually, long time, parents used to think talent is for spoiled people.
Yes.
They could be like, unless you're a prostitute, you're a loser, you're this, you're that, that's when you have, you come and think about your talent. And somehow, Sharon, I believed them. Because, you know, we have a few artists who start when they are young.
That's true.
Yes, because I think it was a thing in Uganda whereby you feel like you have failed here and then you'll be like, I think I can dance, I think I can sing. But we thank God it has changed. Right now we have a database of 1,000 children.
Wow. From the 3 children?
Yes. Even getting the 3 was not easy because one was my child, my son, another one was my sister's, and then I had 1 client. That's what I can say.
What would you attribute that to? The convincing time with the parents, or?
No, actually it is like, you know, when you're there and then you know this is something we need. Because when I was starting, I looked through our industry, entertainment industry, and we didn't have children to an extent that even adverts, we could get them from Kenya and South Africa. So even the artists ourselves here, imagine, now we have very talented artists now, but imagine if they were supported by their parents from when they are children. Yeah, like when you look at Beyonce, she's Beyonce because she was Beyonce when she was young. So I was like, no, we need something like this. And right now we have kid stars. All the billboards are filled with children in Uganda right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll attribute that, I'll attach that to patience and not convincing, because you cannot convince someone, but you have to show them reality in what you're doing, more especially if you're delivering a service. You have to show, like, look, dear parent, look, the child is going to gain A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So yeah, we thank God that now we are there and the parents can believe in us.
Aunty Fifi, you are determined to do this because 2013 to date. And you're growing. Yeah,
and actually, I remember when around 2007, I wanted to be a model. So I went to one agency and they told me I was short and I had hips. You know, when you're in a teenager and you have hips, they'd be like, no, we want very tall, like tall and dark. Yeah, we don't want nyash. Actually, those days when you had nyash, it was a problem. I don't know where it's coming now. Yeah, to some extent you feel like, what a bad day to be African. Because you know, you have to, being an African, they have to come sometime. Of course. They have to. So in my head I was like, what of that child who's going to have hips and they want this? So that's why you feel like I was determined. So when I started, I was like, no, I'm going to make sure this child has a name that is undeniable. So you cannot deny her the job. So right now we have many kid stars that even they are judges, they are dancers, they are singers, they act. We have series on TVs with kid actors. Yes, we have queens. Yeah, because when Miss Uganda sits there, we have the little queens who can sit there. And they are well spoken. So trust me, the future is female.
Indeed. But you also have boys.
Yes. We have boys, but we don't put them in pageants. Because you know, for boys, you don't just need a title to be a man. But for a girl, you need that support that you need. But the boys are there in the Kampala Kids Club, and we empower them differently. They all need a completely different touch. So we have different touches, and trust me, where we are going and where Uganda is going, I'm so excited.
Great. So I'm just wondering, this is not the kind of business you start with money, right?
It needs money. It needs a lot of money, trust me.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it needs a lot of money from the facility. You have to put, you know, children are delicate people. Like you can't deal with them when you just be like, guys, we are going here. You have to look from facilities. Then for the events we do, of course, you need sponsors. You need to put this. But I'll thank parents out there. Parents in Uganda are ready to support their children. They will go an extra mile, that I'm telling you. So my journey has been me, parents, and the children. Yeah, I wouldn't say it doesn't need money. It needs lots of money, because in future I would love to have like a very big school.
No, what I meant is the actual start of the business.
It does, because I needed to rent out a place where these children. Then we work with trainers as well. You have to facilitate them. And we work with professional people who are already in the industry. Yes, who these people know, celebrities who will be like, I want to sing like this one, so you have to avail that person for them. Yeah, so that is it. But more especially for this start, it didn't need a lot of money, like you said. It just needed me personally and my team. It needed teamwork. Me and my team. Yeah, because I work together with my husband.
Yes.
So it's a plus for me.
We will get back into that, by the way, the working with with the husband.
It's
but
teamwork
yes.
and being determined and not giving up, because to some extent we feel like, oh my God, no, I've had enough of this business, so we are done.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's a good one.
Yes.
So what I see here is basically what you needed first was the passion.
Yes,
you were passionate about the children.
Yes.
And you found a problem that you discovered out of the country and decided to come and solve it in Uganda. Wow. Well, we always ask ourselves, how do we start a business? Where do I start from? And we've had people talk about find the niche, find the problem, solve it. And then the business idea will be there. And then, but many questions come up and you're wondering, okay, but where will I find the problem? How will I figure out the problem? And it's so funny that the problem is actually right
in front of you.
In front of us, exactly. Yes. But you just pass it every day. But then when we come back, I'll be able to tell you, to give you my 2 cents on what I'm feeling right now. Well, we'll be right back after this break. So welcome back from that short break. You're still with me here, Okello Sharon Nagenjwa, aka Girl from Oyam, and Aunty Fifi.
Yes.
So before we broke off, we were getting to understand Aunty Fifi's journey in the children's beauty pageant. Now, it's a business that is different from all the other businesses. And then, of course, the question comes up, how did she start? How did she think of this idea? And of course, she was breaking it down about her journey and how she discovered a problem and decided to solve it. The same way you will probably discover a problem that is around you, but you're just not eager or you're not looking enough. Now, I told you I would give you my 2 cents about this. Here it is. So remember, as you're growing up, there's always that one thing that people come to you about. Please help us do this, help us do this, help us do this. You actually don't realize that it's because people see it in you so naturally that when you do it, it comes off so naturally. So yeah, that is your business idea. So yes.
Because
so,
talking about that.
Yes.
Remember, people used to leave me with their children.
Yes.
And children used to love me so
yes.
much. And I raised my sister's child and I realized I loved children really.
Wow, yes.
So you're very, very right.
But you know, because they always come to you and what, help us do that. And we don't realize that people come because they see that you can, that you can solve that particular problem. Yeah. So now back to where I said we were going to get back. I see you working with your husband, and he proposed a few months ago.
Sharon,
and you started this journey before even marriage or any proposal, and now he was already your business partner. That's a risk.
No, not really. I'll say it's a plus, because actually love found me at work.
Okay.
I mean, if I was at home seated, I wouldn't meet the man of my dreams.
Okay.
Because at first I went to propose to him because he is the proprietor of Kampala Kids Fashion Show. So I offered trainings so that he could do branding for me at Little Miss Universe and Kampala Kids Club. Actually, we started Kampala Kids Club together.
Okay.
But he had the fashion show, I had Little Miss Universe. Okay. Then I was like, I'm going to train for you. And then you do what? You brand for me.
Yes.
So, of course, he saw a smart woman and made her
then
move
he
that.
decided to move you from not just business partner to home partner.
Both.
Okay. Okay. So now, where are you in this journey now?
In this journey we are. I wouldn't say where we want to be.
Yeah, you've not arrived yet.
Yeah, we have not, but at least we have reached the promised land.
Okay.
Yeah, because my dream was to have children on billboards before even I drive my first car.
Yes.
That was my dream. I used to walk. I used to walk many journeys and I'd be like, God bless me. That billboard, that child should not be downloaded one day. But right now, I pass by them and I'd be like, that is my child, that is a child, that is a Ugandan child, to an extent that they are hired even outside countries.
Wow.
Yes, we have billboards for Ugandan children right now. And the confidence they have Like, I mean, these children are so confident, Sharon.
Yes. Let me ask you a question that is a bit that many women don't like to answer.
Okay.
Is this like a registered business or?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is because when you start a business, you have to register your business.
Okay.
Actually, that's when it is a business. Otherwise, it is just on a side, and you just, anytime someone can see you up there and they register the name and you're gone. So registration is really very important.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges that you have encountered in this journey?
Actually, some of the challenges we have worked on, but we have, I think we have a challenge because now many people have come up and they are doing what I do right now.
Exactly the same thing, yes.
Yes, and I'm happy because I didn't want, Uganda is so big, Sharon, that I cannot reach out to every child.
Yes.
But I believe the challenge we have is sometimes a parent brings you their child, she sees a talent, and then you find a parent saying, me, I want my kid to be like this person exactly, and I don't have a lot of time. I need it. Can you do it like as soon as possible?
Yes.
Me, my answer is always no. Because this child, the same way you carried them for 9 months, they need time to go through that. Then you find a parent, you be like, please, let children be children. Yeah, so we are kind of trying to fix that, because you find a parent making this child a young adult.
And then how do you deal with these parents? So dealing with parents is not easy. It's like you know, these parents who, when the children are say performing, and then their child is at the back, like, why is my child at the back? You know, why? And yet all the others are in the front. No,
actually, I'll say, for us, when you bring us your child, we become family. And I wouldn't say we get you can't ask us, we explain. We usually go with you on the journey of grooming this child. So we explain every bit of it. We have rules and regulations like a school. And then I wouldn't say I've had that so much because usually the parents we work with are understanding. So the few that really, I wouldn't say who are not understanding, I would say the few that feel like this was unfair, of course we sit down because it's human, and maybe it would be true. So we work upon it. We walk the journey with you and the child. So that's what I've said, that my journey has been children and their parents. So we would love to explain to you, understand, and the child has to understand as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is a bit personal now. How do you balance having your children and also having other people's children? Don't you feel the need to have your children front this and then other children back? How do you deal with that?
No, actually, I understood that I'm a parent.
Yes.
There is something that comes with parenthood that you have to even go an extra mile to find out, is my child doing this the wrong way or the right way? So I know I'm a professional person when it comes to dealing with children. So I know that every child is special in a different way.
Wow, Aunty Fifi. So what advice do you have for people out there? There are so many people that want to copy concepts and they go and redo the same thing that somebody else has done and they fail along the way. And there are those that have ideas but then they feel somebody else is already doing it, so they're afraid to do it. What do you tell them?
Actually, I wouldn't say copying. I'll say picking a leaf. So if you're picking a leaf from someone, I feel like you should first learn how. If I need to be on TV like Sharon, I'll do a background check. How does she sit? How does she talk? What is needed? How does she take herself? And then before you start, do some research. Don't feel like, oh, Aunty Fifi is making a lot of money, Sharon is making a lot of money, so let me go and get those dresses and start selling them. No, study the business. Actually, if need be, contact those people and feel like, you know what, I want to do this. How can I go about it? The only problem is some people just start and feel like the person who started first is their enemy. No.
Like a competition.
No.
Which is, competition is healthy, but it needs to be done properly.
Yes, it needs to be done properly, and I don't believe it's competition, because at the end of the day, you have your shop, I have my shop.
Yes.
And then the buyers decide where they can go.
Together.
So it means instead of competing, work so hard and find out your strength, because everybody has their strength.
Yes.
However much you can copy my concept, you can even do it better than me. I mean, yeah, so I love seeing someone who does my concept better than me.
Okay.
Yes.
So you also learn from them.
Yes.
To make yours even much better.
Yeah, because they give me that force to be like, don't relax, run. Do this, do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a healthy competition.
Wow, Aunty Fifi, this was an interesting conversation.
Thank you.
As I always say, when you put out your sister's bulb, it does not mean that all light is going to be on you.
Yes.
The room will be dark. You will all be in darkness.
Yes.
So the trick is working together. You have an idea and you feel like somebody is doing it better, contact them, reach out to them. And even you who has been doing something and somebody reaches out to you trying to do the same thing because they're passionate about it, let us be open to helping each other, because together we will all thrive. Well, don't forget to join us again next Saturday, same time. Remember to follow us on our socials at Girl from Oyam and at TriumphWomenUG. Until next time, cheers.